A Denver judge dismisses a challenge to the city's mandatory COVID vaccine requirement for its workers.
This challenge came from 7 Denver police officers who wanted the vaccine policy overturned. They now have until tomorrow to be fully vaccinated or face serious discipline. CBS 4 investigator Brian Moss was the first to report on the officers' legal efforts last week. So, Brian, tell us more about what happened inside that courtroom today.
It was a really short hearing, Jim, lasting less than a half hour. And today, the city of Denver said 94% of city employees have complied with the vaccine order and received their shots. But still, there is some resistance, and that could ultimately cause the city some difficulty.
I will not let them violate my constitutional rights and force me to be stuck with a needle with their vaccines.
Denver police officer Dave Curtis was one of the 7 cops seeking to have the city's vaccine mandate nullified.
So either get it or be fired.
Is an unfair burden on these people who were subject to that order.
In court, a Denver judge tossed the case, saying she did not have jurisdiction, directing the officers to appeal to the Denver Health Department.
So I have very little optimism.
Since the health department is behind the vaccine order, attorney Randy Corcoran, who represents the officers, figures his appeal will wither and die.
Somebody's going to wake up and show some courage and put a stop to this madness.
But the city is firm. Get the shot or seek employment elsewhere. Last week, Mayor Hancock told me the cops challenging the order are out of step with science.
We find this to be regrettable and, quite frankly, selfish on behalf of these individuals to file this claim at this time.
Kind of think I'm not as selfish as he was to fly to Christmas holidays somewhere when he told everybody to stay home, put on their masks.
Dave Curtis said he's loved being a Denver cop for 20 years, but will retire tomorrow instead of getting the vaccine.
I'm not opposed to the vaccine. I'm opposed to them taking the decision away from me.
Curtis, who's assigned to the airport, said 4 other cops at DIA are also quitting instead of getting vaccinated.
Do you have any second thoughts about your decision here?
No, none whatsoever.
Now, the city says it has been making contingency plans in case there are mass firings or mass resignations. But as of earlier this afternoon, the city said it is forecasting only 19 public safety workers, that's Denver Police, Denver Fire, and the Denver Sheriff's Department. Only 19 are planning to resign or retire because of the vaccine order. And that's only about 0.5% of Denver's public safety workers at this point in time. Mayor Hancock called the judge's ruling today confirmation that the vaccine mandate is an appropriate way to protect the health and the safety of city workers. Reporting live in downtown Denver, I'm Brian Moss, covering Colorado First.